It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Ready. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 3rd and short, Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
58, right over there, yeah, yeah. Gun.
And they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going up top. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wilson to throw again. And an alley to run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
You ain't going nowhere.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 55, Mike. Push him back.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Drake. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Murray off play action. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Quick, line, 90. Crunch time, defense.
On first down, it's Armstrong. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check it out right there. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill, the 6. Bullet, high.
Now Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And that is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, Arizona.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Murray. It's complete to Drake. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. .90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 85 yards.